Hi everyone, so today I am 28 weeks and 1 day pregnant. I'm going to apologize for the way I look. I had some makeup on, but I've been on the run all morning, been to the doctors, and just done a lot of running, and it's so hot outside, my makeup is almost completely gone. We've been having a major heat wave here with temperatures in the hundreds. One day it got 110 degrees, and it's just too hot. So anyhow, last time I spoke with you guys, I told you I was going for my 1 hour glucose test, and I was going to do a video afterwards, but life has been hectic and busy, and I've just really not had the time. But I failed. So I go this Wednesday for my 3 hour test. Do what? Where's your boo-boo?
Pawpaw.
Oh, Pawpaws. Okay, we'll go to Pawpaws in a little while. Go sit down and play right now, and then after I get done, we'll go to Pawpaws, okay? So anyways, I go this Wednesday for my 3 hour test right now. I'm on a really high carbs diet for the next 3 days. Or tomorrow. I was on it Sunday, today, and tomorrow. And then I'll fast for 12 hours and then do the test Wednesday, and hopefully I don't have it, but I kind of think that I do. We'll see. I had it with I had it with Hannah. I didn't get far enough to get tested with Carly, but I definitely had it with Hannah. With Noah, I had one doctor say, well, I had a nurse call me and tell me I didn't have it, and then when I went for my doctor's appointment, my doctor was like, oh, and so you have gestational diabetes too. So I must have been like borderline, I'm not sure, but regardless, I wasn't treated as if I had it with Noah, but I did have one doctor tell me that I did have it, even though the nurse told me different. So I was a little confused about that when that was all going on, and I was a little frustrated, to be honest. I think I even had a video where I kind of fussed about it a little bit, but anyhow, so that's what's in store for this week. Today I had another ultrasound. It was I am, like I said, 28 weeks, 1 day. I am measuring 1 week ahead. So the baby was measuring at 29 weeks and 1 day, and she was measuring at 3 pounds even. Noah, please don't break those, okay? All right. She was measuring at 3 pounds even. My placenta looked great. The fluid around the baby looked great. She was moving a whole lot. I got a lot of good pictures, and I'll grab some of those in a minute and show them to you. But all in all, it was a great ultrasound, and no complaints. Now, it's too high. I know it's too high. You'll have to wait and let Mom help, okay?
Come on.
Well, you want to put it in now? Okay. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, sorry about that. Noah wanted me to put Shrek on the TV. Anyhow, so I think I was about to talk about a letter I got in the mail. I got a letter in the mail earlier or later last week, scheduling my C-section for 39 weeks and 4 days. That was September 27th at like 9:30 a.m. Excuse me, I am so exhausted. I didn't get much sleep last night. But anyhow, so I was okay with that. I was really glad that I was going to get to go so far in my pregnancy, because I've never been that pregnant before. I've never made it to 36 weeks. So I was like, oh yay, I'm going to actually get to experience the whole part of pregnancy. And then I went today, and I was talking to my OB, and he asked me if I wanted to get an amniocentesis, or actually he suggested that I get an amniocentesis at 36 weeks to check the baby's lungs and see if they are mature. He said that he would like to deliver me if they were. So he wants to do an amniocentesis at 36 weeks. I think that I would be 36 weeks on a Sunday, but he was talking like maybe doing it on a Monday or a Tuesday, and then delivering me 1 to 2 days later, which would put it around August 31st. If the baby's lungs are mature. if they are not mature, he said they would go off numbers and go like 7 to 10 days later or something like that along them lines. I've never made it past or to 36 weeks. I've delivered Noah at 35 weeks. And I have a bicornuate uterus, if you don't already know that from the rest of my videos. But a lot of times women who have bicornuate uteruses go into labor before they hit term because there's just not a lot of room. And they're at high risk for preterm labor and stuff like that. So even though the pregnancy is going really well, I've not had one pregnancy that's not had some sort of complication. And he is just kind of afraid that something is going to come up if I go past 36 weeks. He's not saying that it will indefinitely, but I think he just wants to be better safe than sorry type thing. And I completely agree with being safer than sorry. So anyhow, he said I didn't have to do the amnio if I didn't want to, and we could just let me go as long as we could and see what happens. He said, and I did tell him that I was, now as much as I want to experience labor, I am worried about going into labor because my uterus has been through so much in the last 5 years and or 4 years and some change. But I've got 2 scars on my uterus. It's a bicornuate uterus at that. And I've had 3 C-sections. This will be my 4th. And so it's really weak. And I'm just afraid that if I go into labor, something will happen to my uterus and it'll rupture before I can get to the hospital and have my C-section. And then we'll lose the baby. And it's a lot of stress that I'd rather not deal with. So we didn't give my OB our decision in the office because Ryan and I wanted to discuss it privately. And kind of weigh out all of our options before coming to a decision. So there are some risks involved with having an amniocentesis, like you can get an infection inside of the amniotic sac. Do what? You want me to open it? Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not going to put this one in though, okay? You're watching Shrek on TV. We're not going to play it with all the DVDs, okay? So anyhow, like I said, there's a slight risk for an infection, and there is also a slight risk that the amniocentesis could put me into labor. The downside to that is if the baby's lungs are not mature and it puts me into labor, she would have to be delivered. And if her lungs aren't mature, she would have to go to the NICU. And that's the one place I'm trying to avoid. But, you know, I've had 3 amniocentesis in the past in total, and none have put me into labor. The one that I had with Noah did cause a lot of contractions in one day, but I was given some Vistaril and I was watched. I was on bed rest in the hospital anyways, but they went away. Milk, can you wait 1 minute, please? Yeah, because you just had some. You can wait 1 minute. So anyways, after weighing out our options and talking about it, we decided that we are going to go ahead and do the amniocentesis. So she'll definitely be here before my due date, before the date that they scheduled my C-section on, and at least by my 38th week of pregnancy. Possibly my 36th week if her lungs are mature, which only gives me 8 more weeks before we have this baby. Oh, and that is making me a little nervous because I feel like I am in no way, shape, nor form ready for this baby to be here. As far as like getting things done around the house. Okay, so on to the next thing. I go back to the doctor in 2 weeks for a non-stress test, and then I will be getting non-stress tests weekly from here on out. So in 2 weeks I start my weekly non-stress test. And okay, I'm going to get you some milk in a minute, but you just had a full cup of milk, and so you can wait just a moment before you have some more, okay? He's cranky, he just kind of woke up. So anyhow, so that's one thing that's going to be happening. I can't really think of a whole lot of symptoms that's been going on. Well, I've had restless leg syndrome, but it's like really going up my spine. I'm having a really hard time sleeping. I wake up a lot in the middle of the night, and it's just very uncomfortable. It's all going, babe. It's very uncomfortable when it's kind of like, feels like it's going up my back. It's like my muscles feel like they're tensing up, and it's just kind of a painful type tense feeling. Sometimes I take Tylenol to see if it'll help. Sometimes the Tylenol does help, but I try not to take anything if I can help it. Heartburn's still there. Leg cramps off and on, still having those. Baby girl is still moving a lot. My ribs are going numb still yet. They're tingling, and it's kind of painful at times, but I feel like if I move real quick or push on my stomach in some sort of way, it goes away. So I was under the impression that it was her getting something wedged in there. And when I had my ultrasound today, it was her feet. And her feet are wedged into my ribs. And so her feet are definitely what's causing this pins and needle feeling. And so I'm assuming that she's pushing on some kind of something, cutting off circulation to that area temporarily. But yeah. I think that's about it as far as symptoms go. I will definitely update you and let you know how my glucose test goes on Wednesday. I'll show you some pictures really quick of what we got done. Let me grab those and I'll show them to you, and then I'll show you a belly shot, and then we will be done with this video. And I'm going to make a video because we have just transitioned Noah from our bed. We were bed sharing, co-sleeping, into his own bed, and I can't even remember. I've lost track of days now, but I think we're just a little over a week, or maybe today makes a week. I can't really remember. Actually, I think 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think yesterday made a week of him being in his own bed in his own room. Oh, it's all gone. I know. So I'm going to make a video on how that's been and how we're working through that. And he is also passy free now for a week. So that's amazing news. I'm glad about that. Passy's been our downfall lately. But he turned 2 on June 30th. And this is kind of turning into a little Noah update, I guess. But he turned 2 on June 30th and has been talking up a storm. He's got 3- and 4-word sentences that he uses, and he's just very talkative and communicates really well. Communicates the things that he needs and wants and doesn't want, and likes and dislikes. So he's growing so fast, and I don't know, I keep saying every age is my favorite, but I think like so far this has just been one of the most rewarding ages because he's able to communicate with me. And it makes things a lot easier, although sometimes he wants to communicate things that he doesn't know the words to say, and sometimes he gets a little frustrated. But, okay, I'm going to get you some milk, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So, anyways, let me grab the pictures. I'll show you those, my belly, and then we'll be done. Sorry. Oh, and I have been having like some serious back pain and some hip pain, and it's just hard to get up and down off the couch if I am in a sitting position in the middle of the night when I get up to go pee, which is every hour on the hour, which is so frustrating. When I get up to pee, I have to I get up and I'm kind of like in a hunched over position, and I have to slowly stand up because I feel like my hips and back lock up, and it just takes a minute to straighten it all back out. So anyhow, let me cover up some information here. Here is her profile. Cute little girl. This is a 3D of her foot, and it kind of looks like she's missing half of a leg and only has 3 toes, but That is not the case. It's just the way the picture took. But it looks like she's got long toes. Trying to find a good 3D shot that they took. We are going to schedule a 3D ultrasound soon. Okay, this is her face. She's starting to get a little chub on her. Let's see, I have tons of pictures that the tech who did my ultrasound today, she always gives us lots of pictures, so I always like having her do my ultrasounds. And they're going to do another ultrasound. I like this picture a lot. They're going to do another ultrasound at 34 weeks. And she is, let me see what they said. I'm 28 weeks one day. She's measuring 29 weeks in one day. And eat. You ready to eat? Okay, we'll eat. All right. I don't know where it just said that, but it was like, it told me the percentile that she was in. I think she's in the, I think they said 69.7 percentile. I think that's what they said. But anywho, some of these pictures are a little blurry because as they were doing 3Ds, she was moving, and if they move, it kind of makes it a little blurry and smudged and smeared looking. But anyways, those are her pictures. I meant to ask her if she had hair on her head, but I forgot to ask. And I don't know if what I'm seeing in these pictures is hair or just like shadows or whatever, but I'd like to think that she has a whole bunch of black hair on her head. So anyways, let me show you my belly, and then I need to feed this little boy because he must be hungry. He's wanting to eat, he says. Eat, okay. Alright, so 28 weeks and one day. And that is my 28-week belly. The belly button is completely out. Let me see here. Yeah, the belly button is completely out, but it's almost like there's really, hold on, let me fix this a little more. There's really like not much left to it. It's like there's nothing there. The only little thing is this here, and that's where it was pierced. So anyhow, that is the 28 week. What are you saying, boy? Noah's over there going, big tummy, big tummy. Does mommy have a big tummy? Anyway, so that's it. I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye for now.